All right, let's dive in. Highway 61 in Minnesota. We're heading down it, but not for the sights or the scenery.
Nope.
We're going for the ghost stories, specifically the Phantom Hitchhiker.
Classic.
You know, that mysterious woman appearing by the road, vanishing from cars.
Yeah, we're going deeper, though.
Right into the heart of this chilling mystery.
Exactly. What makes it so fascinating is that it's tied to this road, Highway 61,
Yeah.
which is steeped in history and culture, right? The Blues Highway.
Yeah.
Goes all the way from Lake Superior down to the Gulf of Mexico.
It's true, a legendary road
Yeah.
with a spooky side to it, wouldn't you say?
For sure. Adds another layer to the whole thing.
Totally. So picture this. You're driving down Highway 61. It's dark. Could be foggy, maybe some light snow falling.
Ooh, spooky.
And you see her.
On the roadside.
Yeah, a young woman, often described as wearing like vintage clothing, thumb out, looking for a ride.
Classic hitchhiker.
Totally. But she vanishes
Oof.
without a trace, leaving everyone, I guess, freaked out.
Absolutely bewildered and shaken.
So where does this legend start?
Well, the earliest whispers of it, they go back to the early 20th century.
Wow, that far back.
Yeah, and many believe it comes from a tragic car accident near Two Harbors.
Oh, like a real event.
It's a common thread, you see, in all the versions of the story.
Right.
A young woman dies on the road. Now she's eternally trying to, finish her journey.
So it's like the road itself is haunted by this tragedy.
Yeah, you could say that.
And over the years, there have been so many creepy eyewitness accounts.
Oh, tons. Like one of the most famous is from 1973.
Oh, I think I've heard this one.
A truck driver, Carl Benson, driving through thick fog near Two Harbors.
Yeah.
Hank sees this young woman hitchhiking.
Right. He picks her up and...
He's a good Samaritan, offers her a ride.
That kind of gets scary now, right?
Oh, he does. Benson said she was wearing this pale dress, not exactly right for a cold night, and she asked to be dropped off near Silver Bay. But she was quiet the whole ride, almost silent.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, and when they got close to Silver Bay, Benson turned to, double-check the drop-off, empty.
The passenger seat, just empty.
Gone, completely vanished.
That's terrifying. Like, poof, gone.
Exactly.
I mean, to actually experience that.
And it doesn't stop there.
Oh, there's more.
1998, group of college students driving to Gooseberry Falls.
Okay.
Snowy night. They see the hitchhiker.
They pick her up, too.
They do, and they notice she's wearing this thin vintage dress, way too light for the weather.
Oh, no.
They even offered her a blanket.
Did she take it?
Refused it.
Oh, that's so strange. So did they, actually see her disappear?
Well, they got to Silver Bay.
Yeah.
Turned to ask for directions.
Right.
Gone. Just like Benson's story, she was gone.
The blanket's still there?
Untouched. The door hadn't opened.
So she just, ceased to exist inside their car?
Pretty much.
That's just, I don't even know. It's unexplainable.
Right. And it keeps happening. 2015, a couple driving late at night, they saw her by the road.
Yeah.
In white, lit up by their headlights.
Okay.
Slowed down, she vanished. Then saw her again in their rearview mirror a few miles later.
No way.
And then gone again.
It's like she's playing a game with them.
Or trying to tell them something.
Maybe. Or she's stuck and needs help moving on.
Oh, interesting take.
Right. It's all so creepy.
It is. But it's not just people seeing her, right?
What do you mean?
There have been attempts to get, proof.
Actual evidence.
Yeah, in 2010, a team of ghost hunters recorded what they believe were EVPs.
Electronic voice phenomena.
Yep, faint whispers, a woman's voice saying, "Help me," and cold.
Wow.
For some people say it's just noise interference.
Yeah, that's what skeptics always say.
But for believers, it's another piece of the puzzle.
I bet.
And then there's this infrared photography from 2016,
Oh.
another investigation.
Oh, yeah. What did they find?
Blurry images of a figure. It looks like a woman in a long dress standing by the road.
So not clear proof, but...
Enough to make you wonder.
For sure. And then there's the impact this has had on the local community, right?
Oh, yeah. Locals share stories about cold spots, feeling uneasy driving on Highway 61 at night, even seeing her.
Wow.
Some people leave flowers or candles like they're paying their respects.
It's almost like she's become a folk saint or something.
Right.
Yeah.
There's part of their lives woven into the fabric of the community.
It's a chilling reminder that, there's more out there than we know, just lurking beneath the surface.
Absolutely. It's kind of wild how this story has become such a fixture in the area.
Yeah, like a shared experience for everyone.
Exactly. And it's not just a local thing either.
Oh, right. I have heard Like similar stories, but from different parts of the world.
It makes you think, right?
It does. Like maybe there's something, I don't know, universal about these Phantom Hitchhiker stories.
Maybe. One theory is it comes from, like, collective grief.
Grief, yeah.
Yeah, especially in places where, there have been lots of accidents, highway fatalities.
Like Highway 61, right? With all those long stretches, sometimes bad weather.
Exactly. The road kind of becomes a symbol of loss, of tragedy.
So the hitchhiker, she's like a representation of that, like all the unresolved sorrow.
It's a way for people to, I don't know, to process it, to remember those who were lost.
That's kind of beautiful in a way.
It is. And it also, I think, reminds us to be careful. Life's fragile.
A cautionary tale woven into the road itself.
Right.
And I guess it also taps into our fascination with, like, the unknown, that whole life and death thing.
Absolutely. The hitchhiker, she embodies that, right?
Yeah.
Appears and vanishes.
And it always seems to happen in those, like, in-between places, right?
Yeah. Highways, bridges, crossroads.
Nowhere land, kind of.
Exactly. Those are liminal spaces. They're not here or there.
They always feel kind of spooky, like anything could happen.
Yeah. They have that mystical vibe,
Yeah.
Attracts us, but also creeps us out.
Totally. But, I mean, there are more, like, down-to-earth explanations, too, right?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Not everything has to be supernatural.
So what do psychologists say about all this?
Well, they talk about fatigue, long drives, especially at night,
Makes sense.
can make you see things that aren't really there.
Especially if it's foggy or dark.
Exactly. Add in some shadows, your brain's trying to fill in the gaps.
So, like, if you already know the story of the Phantom Hitchhiker...
You're more likely to see her, even if it's just, like, a weird shape or something.
Oh, yeah, like when you see faces in clouds or wood grain.
It's pareidolia.
I love that word. So our brains are basically playing tricks on us.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean the experience wasn't real,
Right, it's not always one or the other.
Exactly. It could be our minds, it could be something else, maybe a bit of both.
It's that mix of, like, the rational and the unexplained that keeps us hooked on these stories.
Totally. We try to analyze it, but there's still that part of us that wants to believe in something more.
Yeah, the mystery is what makes it so compelling. We can try to explain it away, but what if there is something more? Yeah, it's like we want all the answers, but some things just, stay hidden.
That's what makes it unsettling, but also kind of exciting.
And it's not always about proving ghosts are real or whatever. It's more about us, how we deal with fear, with loss, with the stuff we just don't understand.
It makes you think about the big questions.
For sure.
Death, what happens after, are we really alone in the universe? Those kind of things.
And these legends, they're like a way to, I don't know, explore those questions, but safely?
Yeah, like a metaphor.
Without having to face, like, the real deal.
And the fact they keep getting told, passed down,
yeah,
that means something.
It means they have power, right?
They do. They tap into our anxieties, our fascinations.
It's like they're showing us ourselves, our hopes, our fears, our need to connect, especially in a world that feels so chaotic.
I like that.
The Phantom Hitchhiker, she's a perfect example. She's everywhere. Books, documentaries, even tours. She's part of the place now.
Attracts people from all over.
And no matter how much we investigate, the mystery remains.
Right. Is she a ghost? Our imagination. Just tired drivers seeing things.
We may never know.
Maybe that's the point, right? The not knowing keeps us coming back.
It does. Makes it more intriguing.
So does everyone find their own meaning in the story?
So think about this, our listeners. You're driving down Highway 61 late at night. You see something on the side of the road. Is it just your imagination or something more?
Makes you think twice, right?
It does. The legend of the Phantom Hitchhiker, it's like all good stories. It shows us something about ourselves.
Our fears, our beliefs.
It reminds us life is precious.
That stories have power.
And that there are still mysteries out there, things we just can't explain.
And it's okay.
Exactly. So here's a question for you to think about as you go about your day.
Sure.
Would you stop for a hitchhiker on that lonely stretch of highway?
What would you do? And what do you think these stories, these encounters with the unexplained, tell us about ourselves?
Keep searching, keep asking questions. Who knows, maybe you'll have your own encounter with the legend someday.
Maybe.
Until then, everyone, safe travels and sweet dreams.